Welcome everybody to the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast. You're home for all wrestling, everything wrestling. What's up, fellas? Yo, is that back to back? We see Henry here. Yo, what's up, big dog?
What up, man? What's going
Oh,
on?
welcome everybody to the podcast. How you doing today?
I'm all right, man. So I know we got a lot of wrestling news going on, a lot of things going on with
Yeah,
WWE,
we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about
AEW.
how you doing. Anything good with you, big dog?
Tired, but good, man.
I hear that. Soto, how you doing, big dog?
Pretty good, chilling.
All right.
The vibes week in and week out.
As Henry Purse said, we got a lot of wrestling news to break down. A bit surprisingly a busy week on top of Black Friday, or how you want to break it down.
I don't know. I think it's more shocking than busy.
Yeah, this is gross.
Yeah.
To me, I think it's gross behavior. I think Henry said it best in the group chat. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what it's been. A lot of times out there.
I don't know. But yeah, so let's not waste any time on this blessed Sunday, shall we? We got game 7s in the NBA, we got baseball going on, we got hockey playoffs. I got some Xbox to play, I got some show to play, we got some more rivals to play, we got a whole lot to do. So that being said, Soto, take it away.
Yeah. So let's start with the biggest news of the week. That being Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods both parting ways with WWE. I mean,
Crazy.
It's
shocking.
I think the being part of one of the greatest tag teams of all times, of the New Day. I just thought these guys were WWE lifers, right? What's crazy to me is just last week we had a shocking what was it, 23 superstars that were released, right? And then this week we have the New Day, right? Now the New Day, they weren't released. It was mutually they
refused to restructure their contract. They refused to
Right.
restructure the contract. They were making 7 figures and they wanted to reduce their contract heavily, which seems to be the new trend that TKO has been engaging in, trying to renegotiate contracts that a lot of the guys have with them because it's multi-year deals. TKO is still bleeding money. I believe if I'm correct, if I'm wrong, they're probably $4 billion still in debt. So they're trying to get out of that debt and become more in the positive. I think once they get out of that debt, I think we'll see things sort of ramp up. I think I could say probably more signings, longer extensions, different things like that. I think right now it's just more like cost cutting measures in the long term.
Yeah. So it's a lot going on right now, with TKO. I think they're just focusing on the bigger contracts, right? And then obviously the older.
No, they're focusing. We know what they're focusing on. They're focusing on celebrities. We knew that already.
Well, no, but I'm saying like they're targeting like the older wrestlers, right, with high contracts, right? So
I mean, New Day,
Kofi and Xavier fit the mold. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, even though they're utilizing them now, but when you talk about older wrestlers with like a high guaranteed contract, you think of them two. You think of the Miz. You think of guys like Roman, Seth. Who are up there in age now, not old in age, but I'm saying they're up there and they're making 7 figures, right? So. TKO's like, not on my watch, and they want to restructure all these deals, right? I just think, they weren't utilized recently, both Kofi and Xavier, but it is a big loss. Xavier Woods was going through an injury, leaving Kofi, by himself or with Grayson Waller. But I don't know. I thought this tag team, like when they both decided to turn Kingston and Woods heel at the same time, it had so much potential. But even that storyline, it just went up in flames.
Fizzled.
Yeah, it just went up.
That wasn't even that fizzled. They've been doing that consistently for a while. Like these storylines where it gets hot, or this and that, and then all of a sudden there's no ending to it. Like for instance, the Asuka Kyrie one, there was no closure for that. The Killer Cross and Roman Reigns years ago. This just the trend has just been continuing for a long time. I don't think this is a new thing that WWE's done. I think it's just poor execution and poor explanation on their part, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lord knows. I mean, you had a lifer and Kobe Kingston, and you could have put him anywhere. You could have had him involved with that ladder match at Mania. You could have had him in a variety of places, and now, things go the way they go. And I guess you had nothing else to say, but it is what it is. Although it's kind of weird the fact that Paige came back and 3 weeks later, Xavier Woods is gone. I don't know if that's any correlation, but I was like, funny how timing.
No, I think this was in the works for a while. I remember a long time ago there was an article. They didn't say it was true, but it was never confirmed. I remember them seeing something that said there were talks of WWE approaching Roman Reigns to renegotiate his contract since he's a part-timer and he was making too much money. So now that conversation and that tweet that I saw makes sense because it looks like that's exactly what TKO was doing.
Roman to the big time.
They wanted Roman. So the rumor started with them wanting Roman Reigns to take a pay cut, but they never verified it was true or false. They just had it out.
Okay.
This was like months ago. So now it makes sense that this was out there months ago.
Yeah. And
that we'll talk about that later though. But
you know what they say. You know the saying, right? Another man's trash is another man's treasure. So you already know
WWE and go right to AEW.
You already know AEW is salivating. Even talent from AEW like MJF, like Ricochet, are all in support of bringing in the New Day, and why not? And now the speculation that you can finally have that sort of dream match between the New Day and the Young Bucks, right? You can have the New Day versus the Elite, right? So
so on.
I mean, yeah. So it's a lot happening here. MJF already teased on I think it was an Instagram story. Oh, it's a new day. Yes, it is, right? And then you have the Young Bucks, who they love, doing Easter eggs or teasing the fans, right? So they retweeted their AEW announcement tweet from 2019. So that just leads me to believe like they're cooking up something. So yeah, I think it's a no-brainer to have both of these guys join AEW, join the tag team division. And with this happening, right? This just further solidifies that WWE's tag team is pretty much dead.
It's been dead.
No, I know, but it was dying, but now it's like dead.
Well, now we got the Creed brothers part of AAA, so yeah, it's been dead.
I mean, and then like we were talking about, they weren't the only ones who parted ways with WWE. So now, shortly after, we find out that JC Mateo and Tungaloa are no longer with the WWE.
You know what I'm
Jeff
going
Cobb
with
did.
this.
You know Jeff Cobb did.
I'm going with Jeff Cobb. JC Mateo, I didn't like that name for whatever reason they went with it, but Jeff Cobb, when he signed with WWE, it was one of those like exciting signings where this guy had massive potential because we saw what he did in AEW, we saw what he's done in New Japan, we saw what he did in Lucha Underground, right? So
he did in the Indies too.
Yeah, in the Indies, yeah, right. So, bringing him on, like a lot of fans were excited, but, all he did was be in the background of the MFT, there wasn't much, right? So I'm more excited to where he's going with, the rumors of Lucha Underground restarting again.
Underground, baby.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Oh, Dan Housen's here.
Hey Mitch, how's it going?
Very nice, very evil. Hey, how are you guys doing?
Dan Housen in the house. I can't believe he got Mrs. House sold in LA. It was disgusting work.
Man, the Danhausen work is some of the best stuff I've seen in a while. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, for entertaining purposes, you've seen the way WWE's utilized Danhausen as opposed to AEW. So,
night and day.
So WWE sees Danhausen as marketing like gold.
He is. He absolutely is. If you use him right, you see what happens. This is the proof of that. But yeah, I've always known he's very funny. You just need to be used right. Yeah.
We're talking about
is tag team wrestling dead in WWE? Yes or
absolutely.
No?
That's a hard. That's a tough question. I mean,
no, it is not. It's an easy question.
No, it's a tough question because if you're asking about right now, yeah, obviously. But if you're asking for the future, when we get to NXT with the inflection of the new NXT talent, I think you can put some good teams together if the booking's right. And
they had good teams.
I don't agree. But
was the New Day a great tag team or a good?
Yeah, 10 to 10 years ago. Yes.
Yeah.
I was just, we're talking about like not only them were let go. Or no longer with the company, but JC Mateo and Tangaloa also left the company. Which again, those two, like, it was shocking and it wasn't. With Jeff Cobb, I already said like they should have utilized him more. With Tangaloa, to be completely honest with you, it was just a list of injuries that caught up to him, and then he had several in-ring botches. So.
I'll be honest.
He's the greatest signing they ever had, Tangaloa. The infamous Tangaloa.
Yeah.
Who missed a low blow, who almost pulled Zack Ryder's shorts down, and who missed the spear into the turnbuckle. What are you talking about, Soto?
Well, Tangaloa is there because of Tama Tonga. Let's just be honest.
Right.
Okay? But Jeff Cobb, great NJPW wrestler, great, just not fit for WWE. He doesn't have character. He's vanilla as the day is long. He doesn't have. I never saw it, so I think it's long overdue, personally.
Yeah, no. I think he has the in-ring ability. It's just the character. Like he's not one to cut a promo.
He doesn't have charisma at all.
Yeah,
no, he's very. Dry.
He just has the in-ring ability, which, like, in Lucha Underground. He was masked, and obviously he had, Dario kind of like cut his promo.
Who was he? Who was he again?
He was Matanza Cuerdo, yeah.
Matanza Cuerdo, yeah. Okay, yeah. He was cool in that role.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the beauty of it because he had a manager who was his mic piece,
Right, and he was just a monster compared to like the other Lucha Libre wrestlers. So yeah,
facts.
So you gotta get Pops to bring out the Lucha mask.
Dude, I want Lucha Underground back. I would love that.
Yeah, we were talking about it, and you know what? They teased it last week, so
I hope
we'll see what happens. But a lot.
I wonder if some of those people release. I wonder if some of the superstars release will be either A, signing with them, or B, if they're going to do like a true brand split and you have like all this talent, because WWE, if we know, has been signing all these oh my god, it's been signing all the talent.
Oh, that was what was it that the Dark Order mask?
What happened?
That was the Dark Order mask, right?
Yeah.
Evil.
Grand Slam, the greatest show. That was the end of AEW.
So, all right, my question to you guys, right? So, with JC Mateo gone, Tangaloa gone, right? What is the new direction for this new Bloodline storyline?
I already know, but you guys can go first.
Nowhere.
We'll start with B.
Nowhere. I mean, what's there to do? Like, there's nothing in line, right? You have Jacob. Okay. What happened to Solo? I love you, Solo is no more. Like, I love you, Solo. There's nothing there, and WrestleMania just ended. You're supposed to have a direction for the next 3 months. 2 weeks in, you got no direction. The best thing so far in WWE is Gunther going to SmackDown. That's literally the only thing they've done in 2 weeks.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. That's the only thing they've done. And that was a Triple H call.
Okay, real quick. Can I know exactly what.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, you unify the bloodline, man. Tala and Solo to the bloodline. Jacob gets beat into line. That's what happens, man. You solidify, or you get all the pieces that were out on the outer edges, and you bring them together and you solidify them under one banner. That's what you do.
Yeah, I feel like I like that because we've been seeing like a darker, in my opinion, a darker version of the Usos, a darker Roman, right? Even though they haven't solidified that heel turn, right? So a reunion with Solo and Tala could be in the works, right? And then on the other side of the coin, you have Jacob, and I don't know if a lot of people saw this, but there is a clip of Jacob backstage talking on the phone with somebody.
Yeah.
So that leads me to believe that Jacob might be forming his own bloodline or his own group.
I know who he was on the phone with.
Go ahead.
Tama. He was on the phone with Tama. They've been teasing that tension with Tama, and they've been teasing that tension with Tama and Solo for so long.
And my thing is, like, let's just say, right, you have the OG bloodline, and you add both Solo and Tala, right? All right, that's 5. On the other side, you have Jacob, right? Jacob, we've seen him in backstage segments with Royce Keys. So does he recruit Royce Keys?
I think this is one big swerve. I think maybe the people he was talking to were the Usos. And this is a test for Jacob to see if he's worth their time and Roman's time. And then eventually they all unify.
Hold on. Wasn't Jay Uso supposed to go heel and go main event Jay and be the new face of the...
I think that's going to happen in the long run.
No, I don't think Jay has what it takes. That's just my personal opinion.
I think he's somehow like, betrays
he'll never
Roman or his brother. But you're not gonna
never.
It was teased.
Oh, you mean how awesome they had the storyline before? Like, you're out and I'm out too. The crowd pop like it's crazy.
No, Roman's gonna rule with an iron fist and get everyone in line. That's what I predict.
Okay.
So we're redoing 2021.
Yes, and we're doing it right this time with all of the Bloodline members, the whole crew.
How they just got rid of 2 of them.
The whole crew that's there,
yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Well, I could see them. I could see them re-signing Tonga. I think Jeff Cobb is done.
No.
I think Jeff Cobb is done.
Needs to go away. He just sat in the background and looked weird. That's
they
all
never.
he did.
Honestly, with the whole Samoan dynasty and all the family members related, they won't. They won't go away.
Right, and you don't need to hire all the family members. I'm saying the ones you already have more than half the family on contract. Just use who you got.
I think
Tonga
was hurt
Solo,
anyway,
Jacob. You bring them in with the already established Usos.
And where's Rikishi?
It's like a mafia.
Wasn't Tonga hurt though? Tonga was hurt. Tama was hurt. I believe there was a couple injuries. So
Tonga is gonna. He might be hurt, but he's gonna get a push soon. A solo push, I believe.
I don't know. I just there's a lot of like, so obviously there's a lot of storylines within this storyline, right? Because we're talking about the Bloodline storyline, right? But like, how are we forgetting?
I'm mad we never got God versus the Usos. I'm just mad we never got that.
Maybe 10 years ago. Again, like things evolve. Like the New Day and the God is over. Tama Tonga is the future, not with Tonga Loa, in my opinion.
And my thing is like what's it called? The backstage segments between Tama and Shinsuke Nakamura, like what is that going to lead to?
I hope something for Shinsuke's sake. Poor guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I have a feeling like there is like another faction brewing in the horizon, maybe. or maybe Nakamura telling Tama like, listen, like go your separate way or whatnot.
Or a strong tag team.
Yeah, exactly. All right. One interesting thing that happened on Monday night that's I don't know where this is going to lead to, but and that's Obafemi issuing his own open challenge.
Love it
for the foreseeable future.
Loved
So
it.
he's doing the John Cena gimmick. the open
That's
challenge.
the only way to go. That right there, the John Cena Open Challenge for the U.S. title was the best thing that ever happened on SmackDown TV since the turn of the decade. You got big matches every week, and now it's just moving forward. Now it's evolved something different. Now it's all right. This guy's unbeatable. All right, who could be who? As long as it's not no fucking what was Chris Masters challenge? Got the Master Lock.
The Master Lock challenge.
We've ran past all that. It's been so long since
I got a study for you. I used to do that shit to my brother when we were kids, the Master Lock challenge.
Yeah, you're an asshole, bro. Like, you could have killed him.
I know how to do like the maneuver where you're not like hurting his neck and stuff like that. My brother hated
it. Yeah, whatever. You fucking savage.
My brother used to do the sleeper hold on me, so I mean, it
that's
was
part of wrestling to make it look like it hurts when it doesn't. That's the beauty.
Listen, it's not wrestling. You're not wrestling your sibling unless you put him in the sharpshooter.
Listen, we were doing swanton bombs on the top of the bunk bed. So
if you're really trying to hurt someone, you're not wrestling. If you're really trying to hurt someone,
no, we were just
writing at that point. Yeah.
By the way, that's it.
No, but real quick, what you were saying about the open challenge thing, I agree. That was great. But this is the problem with WWE Creative. We don't have any ideas, so let's go back to something that worked in the past.
It's not WWE Creative, it's AI.
No, it's all of the TKO. It's everything.
I'm sorry, Chat GPT. Sorry, more particular Chat GPT.
It's TKO, greed. It's the creative being kind of stifled. It's people, too many cooks in the kitchen. It's everything at once.
I think that's what it is. Too many cooks in the kitchen, and it's like, all right, who's really leading the ship? Because it's just like one thing it's like TKO, one thing it's Triple H, one thing it's somebody else. So I don't know.
Real quick, fun fact about the Pat. Everyone was like, "Why did they bring Pat McAfee back?" Blah, blah. So Ari Emanuel, the owner of TKO, he is Pat McAfee's agent. Not joking. That's why.
Makes a lot of sense.
That's why.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. But with this open challenge, obviously, I think this is just to keep Obafemi looking strong, right? I don't know how long this open challenge will last, but again, it's for when Obafemi is ready for a bigger push. Definitely kind of centering SummerSlam, right? After his big victory against Brock, in the post show, he was ready and called out Roman, right? And yeah, I just think this is just gearing up till they find the next big opponent for Obafemi.
I feel
I already know who it is. Who? I'll let you go first because you got your point, but I have an idea who it is.
No, I feel that they're gonna risk diluting Obafemi from if they go from the big rocket of beating Brock so decisively at WrestleMania, which, dude, that's how you make a star right there. But they needed to, if they were gonna do this, have him squash guys like Grayson Waller and stuff, they should have done that before Mania, because that Mania rocket, that they need to take advantage of that now and stop putting him against lower tier opponents, in my opinion. He had the push, he had the momentum. They're going to squash the momentum if they don't watch out.
I think this is leading to Oba versus Gunther in the future.
That would be cool. I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
I think this is what it makes sense, because Oba's career, if you think about it, is you strap the rocket on him. He's skyrocketing, right? And Gunther is also known as the career killer right now, right? So
correct.
Are you saying Oba is going to ruin Gunther's career-killing streak?
Yeah, that's the problem. I think if you want to push both of them, I don't think you have the two collide until in the future. I don't.
That's
I don't
the case. Why are you pushing Gunther to stop all these guys in the first place?
Because they're trying to have him like as a career killer. So I think Gunther, unless Cody gets cleared from his issue like 100%, like I think he's cleared, but it's not like 100%. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the eye's not 100%. I think it's to a point where he's able to do matches and stuff like that. But if you're talking about expanding on Gunther's career killer, why not have him beat Cody Rhodes? And then why not have Gunther be the one
For the
to
title.
dethrone Roman? And then when you have the pay-per-view called Night of Champions, that's when you do the feud. Gunther versus Obafemi.
I don't mind that.
Night of Champions. Night of
I
Champions.
do
That's
not
why I think
mind
it
that
happened.
at all.
You build them up in summer.
I just hope
and
they
then go from
don't.
there.
I just hope they don't rush into that.
Oh, they will. But
Yeah, I gotta we gotta see what's the trend here, right? What's the reason for this open challenge? Like what is
And that would be
what
that would be
exactly
a
is this going
madhouse
to lead
too.
to?
That's the problem. I don't think there is an idea. I think they're just trying to figure out a place to put Obafemi after that big push, which I feel is going to dilute his character and his push.
And you're right.
You literally just had the biggest moment you could have for anyone's career, and then you're just going to have him wait for 3 months? Nah.
Yeah, you're right. So I think what TKO is trying to do is take advantage of Obafemi's popularity. And it's like, oh, we know that week in, week out, the crowd is going to love Obafemi, especially his entrance and whatnot. So you know what? Let's have him do this repeatedly week in and week out. And to be honest with you, it's a concerning because I don't think they truly know what to do with Obafemi next. I think they're just going to ride this out. And then maybe close to SummerSlam. All right, let's put him in a big time feud with somebody.
Yeah, they didn't think about what would happen after Mania. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But I will say this: Oba is over. I mean, push that dude. You gotta take advantage. Go ahead, Barbie.
We going Penta maybe? Or is Penta too over as
no,
well?
Penta's too busy right now with Rusev, Ethan Page, which I love the fact that Ethan Page is in the title picture.
Bingo. Finally, dude.
So Ethan Page, Rusev, and Javon Evans. So I think we're gonna see a nice little 4-way, maybe a Backlash or whenever the next PLE is.
You know who's the one you got to push?
Job, you got a title match. I love it.
I forgot about him now. I just thought about since you guys mentioned like all these people in the Intercontinental scene. A name that's not really doing anything right now, major, and it's probably going to be pushed up the card, which is rumored to be in for a big title this year. Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, he's in the background right now with the Judgment Day.
I think. All right, I'll be completely honest with you guys. I don't think. Like I get it with with Dominic Mysterio and whatnot, but I don't think his feud with Finn is over just yet. As we saw Monday Night Raw, where Finn is trying to talk to Roxanne Perez, right? Now,
real quick though, I was gonna say real quick. The thing is, I think Finn, if they do what I think they're going to do, Finn might be busy, at least for Backlash. Danhausen needs a tag team partner, and that would fit. The Demon and Danhausen, that would fit the Demons.
I think that.
We're giving Danhausen.
If they don't go that route,
Demonhausen.
If they don't go that route, I think we're going to be set up for a mixed tag team match. I think it's going to be. No, I think it's going to be Stephanie Vaquer, even though she's injured and she's legitimately injured with I think it was a AC joint on the shoulder, right?
Yeah.
Stephanie and Finn versus Liv and Dom.
Yeah.
That'll
probably be the rubber match. That'll probably be the rubber match between them, and that'll probably be it after that. Like obviously, if Stephanie.
Is that Roxanne's departure from Judgment Day? Roxanne versus.
They already. So right now they're already planting the seeds for Roxanne to leave.
Yeah.
Which
you think that's it? That's official.
Which I think they should write it out a little bit longer because I actually like the tag team of Raquel and Roxanne together. But
I think Raquel's being wasted. I think Raquel's a star.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think Raquel, but I think in the long run, it's like Liv will be by herself. I think Roxanne's gonna turn, and then maybe what's it called, Raquel eventually. But I think this is one of the most.
I don't see Raquel turning anytime soon. She's white hot as a heel. They're not going to turn her face. Roxanne, I could see that based on the stuff with Finn. I don't think Raquel's going to live side.
I know, but I see something there with Raquel, and they're not. You're right. They're not going to do that now. But I just feel like if they kept Diesel behind Shawn for 2 more years, Diesel would have been destroyed. There would have been no Diesel.
I think that's what's going to happen. Is that it's going to happen. I think eventually Liv is going to do the Diesel. It's going to basically do the Shawn Michaels Diesel storyline where Shawn Michaels turns on Diesel. It's going to be, but it's not now. I think we're going to get to that point where Roxanne leaves the Judgment Day, and maybe even JD, and the Judgment Day starts to fracture more and more, and it drives Liv crazy, and eventually she just turns everybody's just her in the Judgment Day by herself. And pretty much done.
Not bad.
Let's turn to NXT real quick, and fellas, there is a new era in NXT.
Oh boy.
Several debuts, several surprises happened on the April 28th edition of NXT. We finally saw Evil, kind of interrupting NXT champion Tony D'Angelo, right? Now we don't know if he's going by that name. I think that's still in the works. They never released.
They did the Mariah May type route where they just sort of had the shock value.
It was just it was one of those things where even the commentators, it was like no words. It was just the presence of Evil, and and of course he's targeting Tony D'Angelo. Now another one, which I think this is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was most I think waiting for Evil, but Will Cruz.
Thank you, Soto. No, a lot of people don't know who he is.
Now,
I
didn't realize it was the same guy from the social medias who
does
these crazy finishers.
Because he lost a lot of weight. He looked
and his hair.
He used to be way bigger, hefty boy.
Yep. And the fact that he did a moonsault,
he didn't move like a hefty boy though.
No. It was very impressive.
Even when he was way bigger, he didn't move like a hefty boy. That's what's special about Will Cruz. I've known about it. Yeah.
Vic Joseph was like, "Is that a fan?" And
he did look like a fan. I don't blame them for that. But this guy's special. People don't realize he was one, if not the top British or UK heavyweight for a couple of years.
Speaking of British and UK, that too, WWE's also been branching out with their NXT and NXT Europe. I think that's going to be a thing against
I'll
soon.
get to that. Yeah. So his catchphrase is, "I'm big, I'm bad, I'll body slam your dad." I love that. But the NXT, so I've been saying it has been bland and the same for a while, and with all of the people who have left, you've had huge holes. Now you're bringing in a big rush of international flavor and talent. You got you got Lizzie Ray, you got Will Cruz, you got Evil, dude. I love this. This feels for the first time in years like a new generation of NXT. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yep. And then I think it's new blood. It's new blood. It's very similar to NXT 2.0, right?
It's a reset.
Where we saw all these superstars and we were like, wait, what? We're not going to see this guy anymore. And we gave that a chance. And to be honest with you, it actually worked because look at them now, right?
It absolutely worked. The first, NXT 2.0, the guys they pushed were not good, but I get your point.
But I'm saying like from that we got Braun Breaker, right? We got Carmelo Hayes, we got Trick Williams, right?
Trick Williams.
So I think in this class where we got Evil, we got Cruz, we got Lizzie Rain, Tristan Angels, Cam Hendricks, Tate Wilder. So I mean.
Yeah, and you're getting the people who were kind of lower on the card. They're coming into their own. Nikita Lyons is kind of evolving into something. I think that there's more opportunity for people who didn't have opportunity.
Don't forget too. You got also Kendall Gray. Don't forget.
Yeah, Kendall Gray, and
one of the best ones out there right now.
Yeah, I think
Callie
a
Armstrong,
lot of
Callie
people
Armstrong just got promoted too. Don't forget
a lot
too,
of people,
she's a piece
lot of people comparing Kendall Gray as the female Kurt Angle, and I see the comparison.
I mean, give her a little seasoning before we go that far. But
Yeah,
she's
no,
good.
but no, I see the comparison. I'm not gonna say, oh, that's spot on, but I see it.
Yeah, we could get there for sure.
Yeah,
Hey, let's talk about that finisher Lizzie Rain has too, Thunderstruck.
I love that.
I love the character.
I
she's not
love
the
that.
most like technical wrestler, but that's the point. Like I love it. She's like fury, just like chaotic energy. That's the character. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
And to be honest with you, like I saw a lot of criticism. Thanks that you said that, Henry, about her finisher. I'm like, oh, be for real. I mean, I thought it was pretty cool.
I liked it. And I'm very critical of a lot of things.
What it is is people just want to find something to criticize.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what.
The
wrestling fans are toxic.
Criticize.
Wrestling fans are they're too spoiled with nonsense. Instead of just watching it and trying to see it from both perspectives, they just want to see it from one perspective. That's how you know they're not true wrestling fans, aka the casuals. Which I don't know, for some reason they try to appeal to them more, but I get it because sales and everything like that.
Yeah,
that's not the portion of your base. But like to criticize somebody for a move that you haven't seen is complete stupidity.
And not just that, but on the first night, dude, she's had one match. Give her time. I mean,
they were already like, oh no, that's whack. And I'm like,
I like
like first of all, it's a unique look, it's a unique character, right? We're not used to. Yeah, we're not used to seeing something like this. So
it's funny how people said that people were trying to say she was biting off Tekla's character. I was like, no, she's not.
No, she's not.
I was like, they're two different characters.
Okay, if people are saying that, right? No. I love Tekla. Don't get me wrong.
People are stupid.
I love Tekla, but if you take Tekla right now, very similar character work as Becky Lynch when she did The Man.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Very similar. I'm not saying it was a copy and paste. I'm just saying it's similar, but I love Tekla, and I love everything that she's doing right now. Very deserving. But I'm just saying, if people are going to criticize Lizzie Rain for her character and her finisher, I mean, they're just looking for something.
They don't know wrestling. The best characters are derived from influences of the past. They take certain influences and make it their own. That's what wrestling has been for years. And so if you're going to criticize that, you criticize everyone for that. Like they don't know what they're
We've interviewed a lot of wrestlers.
It's so difficult nowadays that people don't really understand like how important it is to like trying to find that little streak of your own. Like,
but you get flavors from other influences and then you make it your own. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all about
everything's been done. Everything in the world's been done. You got it. Yeah, like shit.
And being Soda could attest to this because you haven't done interviews with us yet since we've interviewed a couple wrestlers, but I think every wrestler we've talked to, one, right, totally. But like every wrestler we've interviewed, like they've given us the same response. Like they find inspiration and do stuff to try to make it their own. Like,
and that's what a good wrestler does.
Yeah, like every single one, like even like the lesser known ones on the indies and the ones that are up and coming, like we've all had that conversation with them and they've all told us the same response. So like like people need to just stop trying to reach for shit, which is like watch the product and honestly just
the louder people they literally don't know their ass from the elbows. They, like you said, they just want to bitch. They just want to yell and hate. And they don't know what they're doing. They make themselves look stupid like they are. Let them.
Oh, and real quick, before we go to the next topic, the reason why I am so interested in Cruz is because he reminds me, in a way, just his in-ring ability, like a Kevin Steen, like a Kevin Owens.
More mobile than Owens. Way more mobile. Bigger and more mobile.
We haven't heard of Kevin Owens in a
long time.
Actually, I don't know. I would kind of
move it.
I would kind of relate it more to Bronson Reed, but like more mobile.
Okay.
That's a good one too.
Man, I said Kevin Steen.
Would you compare him to like a Vader?
Yeah, maybe a modern day like Vader, kind of
more mobile,
Bigelow type. Yes.
Okay, got you. Yeah. All right. So real quick, going back to WWE since we covered Raw real quick. We saw the debut of Ricky Saints, right?
I'm just not sorry, go ahead. I'm not into Saints.
Wow.
It was not enjoyable. I was hyped for it, and then just
Wow, you guys. Wow. All right. And obviously he had a match with Cody Rhodes in which he lost in his SmackDown debut. However, post match we have a new challenger who attacked Cody Rhodes, that being Gunther. So they're running it back, Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. How do you feel about that?
if Cody beats Gunther,
He's going to.
there's nobody stopping Cody Rhodes. we're on a trajectory to see Super Cena being this and Super Cody being unbeatable. It's if that happens, or when it happens, it's over. And this is TKO's doing too. This is TKO's bidding.
They don't have they're not building opponents properly for him. Like B just said, yeah, you're not gonna have anyone left, and it's gonna get very very stale real quick. It already has.
John Cena ruined. I'm gonna do a list now of who John Cena ruined the Nexus. He ruined that push. You're never gonna see
the new Nexus too.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna go scroll around and find. Yeah. There's a couple people that John Cena has stalled, literally steamrolled and stalled their careers.
Spirit Squad.
I think you're gonna go and see the same thing with Cody, and after a while, you're gonna see a lot of opportunities to build stars or push stars to be superstars and be top tier. Like, wonder why he didn't get over. Oh, that's right, because he couldn't beat this person. Oh, this guy was supposed to be really good. What happened to him? Oh, that's right. Cody beat him on a random fucking Friday in July. Like, it's gonna be that.
WWE is mostly politics. Why did Ricky Saints get that debut against Cody Rhodes? Oh yeah, that's right, because he's one of Cody's best friends. Oh, yeah.
Guess what? He'll never beat Cody for a belt. So you know what?
Good talent. Just he tried. I feel a fakeness in his character. I don't believe this.
You think he tries too much?
I think he's try hard. Yes.
Okay. That really set me.
I think we just have to give it a little bit of time. I think he'll grow on some people. I
hope so.
I love the fact that the debut happened interrupting Cody Rhodes because it makes sense because of their history. Now, I think this is something where WWE has to study their demographic, because you have him debut in, I think SmackDown took place in Oklahoma. Of course, when he came out, he got no reaction.
I think that's going to happen anywhere, personally.
All the reactions of fucking Goldberg, who I found out from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, real quick, I love the fact that he got called up, but I think he got called up way too soon.
100%. And like I said, I think that would have happened anywhere because they haven't developed the character properly. I don't think he's ready. Like you said, I think he still needs more development.
No, and you're right. And that's where I go that route, because when Ethan Page was in NXT, he was there for a good chunk of time, right? And even the network wanted to keep Ethan Page in NXT. When he made the debut on Monday Night Raw, you heard the pop, and that was backstage.
Exactly. There's the difference, though. Even 3 months in, Ethan was ready, dude.
Yeah,
he's been ready, and then you see what happened when he went on. They put him on the show. Boom, immediate dynamite, because you believe his character. You're invested into him.
You know what's funny though? You know who pointed out Ethan Page being a star when he was AEW and being WWE?
Me, but yeah, who?
Me, a long time ago. I remember I had that conversation with Soto.
We've all been calling certain things. Soto called when I thought Obafemi in NXT. I knew he was gonna be great, but I didn't know he was gonna have the proper presentation.
I've always been an advocate of Ethan Page. I think it as far back as when he was teaming with Josh Alexander in TNA, right? When they broke that up, I was just like, oh, Ethan Page, wherever he goes, he's going to kill it. Unfortunately, we know his journey, right?
AEW dropped the ball.
AEW dropped the ball on so many stars who are now
they're still dropping the ball.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. They have another one they're going to drop the ball on that I love right now.
It's funny when everybody says Tony fumbles, he gets so mad.
Wasn't there a chant last week? Tony fumble.
But all right, but you know who's somebody that WWE is not fumbling, because apparently they are just strapped the rocket on her back, and that's JC Jane.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
So ever since she got called up, it's just been wonders. I mean, listen, she had a great run in NXT, right? And already on the main roster, feuding with Charlotte Flair, even beating Charlotte Flair, right? And already making her presence known that she's coming after Rhea. I mean, I love it.
Good. JC's a star. She's been ready. She's another one who's been ready for a while. I feel like certain ones have been ready and they've just been held back, and then others that aren't ready get pushed to the front. Like, I mean, Javon Evans is ready, but like he's very young, and then you got Ricky Saints. Yeah, like I don't think they put the right ones on the main roster all the time. But.
Right. I think when it comes to Javon Evans, I think they called him up a bit too soon, right?
Because he's different. I know why. I see why.
Obafemi, ready. He was ready. That NXT champion run, he was ready.
Oba, ready. Trick, ready. Yeah.
Exactly. JC, ready. Now,
Ethan,
hopefully, JC, calling up JC, that allows Reed and Fallon to also, I think Fallon,
Fallon's one of the best sellers. Fallon's one of the best sellers in the women's division.
Yeah,
period.
she's been in NXT for some time, but I think she was ready. Reed was more of a last minute addition, right? And you know what? Let's see what this group does. I mean, they have potential. It looks like they're on their way to a collision course with Rhea, Charlotte, and Alexa Bliss. So
yeah, it does.
We'll see what happens, but I think that's one of their strong suits, the women's division.
Oh yeah, I agree, 100%.
Yeah. All right, so let's shift over to the land of All Elite, where we have update on Anna Jay's AEW contract status. So
Who cares? I'm sorry.
I mean, listen, I find it interesting because she's talented, and AEW's it appears that AEW is going to drop the ball on this one again. And it's, the fact that there were reports that she was unhappy about, not being featured and wanting more opportunities. I mean, again, I see that being one of not WWE's gain, but more in particular NXT's gain.
To be fair, with all the female talent AEW has, she's good. She's not a precision wrestler yet. I still think she needs more work, and she has connections because her boyfriend is who he is, and so it's going to get louder for her. But I feel like there's more women who deserve it in front of her, personally.
Yeah, I mean, I think they brought her back, but it felt like more of a farewell type thing, like she was giving Willow a hug.
Yeah.
I feel like they just gave her
after her match against Willow. Yeah, I mean, who knows? She could still re-sign, and like Mitch just said, her boyfriend, who is Jack Perry, he is in AEW, and I don't doubt that. But at the end of the day, you have to bet on yourself. And I know, Mitch, you said, she's not ready, but that's the thing with AEW. She's been in AEW since day one, and they haven't given her the opportunity. And AEW started what 5, 6, 7 years ago.
So yeah, but that's what the best wrestlers, they realize that, and instead of sitting there and collecting a contract, they go to the indies and prove it, and then they come back stronger than ever. That's what the best wrestlers do. Sometimes you have to leave to come back stronger.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, who knows? Maybe she saw the route that Blake Monroe, aka Mariah May, the route that she took. Like, she had this one feud with Toni Storm, and that's, she skyrocketed off of that one feud, right? And NXT was all over her. WWE was all over her.
AEW's been about for about 7 years now. They debuted in 2019.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And
so she's been with them since inception. So
well, To your point, Soto, I have a list of like 15 to 20 people that AEW literally sat on when they were red hot, and could have made stars, and just not just fumbled, but it feels like purposely.
They just didn't know what to do.
Purposely put them on the shelf to cool them down.
They just didn't know what to do with all that talent.
They didn't want to push certain talent. Yeah. I have someone in mind, but go ahead.
But yeah, so we don't, again, those claims about about her being like unhappy and wanting more opportunities, those claims came from Fightful, right? But then she addressed them on her stream, right? But she admitted was that her AEW contract is coming to an end, so she'll be a free agent. I mean, obviously she can sign with AEW, or work the indies, right? Or go to the other company, right? So
she needs to make a name for herself. She needs to go to the indies and do her own thing, and then come back.
She needs to go Lucha Underground.
So a feud that was teased on Dynamite that has a lot of people talking is Swerve Strickland, his return, and picking a fight with Bandito. I feel like that's an amazing matchup. And the whole vignette, the whole way, the way this vignette aired, I was like, oh, this is nice. This is exciting. Like, we saw some guy, we were seeing a couple of male individuals get beat up and whatnot. And then obviously, we all we saw was this guy walking. He picked up like a Bandito wanted poster, right? Only for it to be revealed as Strickland, and then Prince Nana handed him a lighter and kind of like set it on fire. So I thought that was cool. So looking forward to that feud going forward.
Yeah, I mean, Swerve's the man. Bandito's a great wrestler. They should, have a great...
And we haven't seen Swerve since he lost to Kenny Omega in the world title shot versus the vice president role match. So so nice to see Swerve back, right? And then Will Ospreay.
Yeah, I've got something to say after this, but go ahead.
Will Ospreay to join the Death Riders. So that's a thing that has a lot of people questioning, because we saw where Will Ospreay kind of like join the Death Riders training, right? And that's that has raised a lot of eyebrows. Like, all right, where are they going forward? Like, is Will Ospreay going to join the Death Riders? Is Will Ospreay going to eventually replace Jon Moxley as the leader of the Death Riders? There's a lot of different ways you can go about this.
I feel like this is another like NWO thing where you dilute the group with stars that literally just get put in the background and wasted. I would not do this. Will Ospreay is a special talent. You need to keep him separate.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what AEW does.
I know. They need character writers and character developers who actually know what they're doing, but they won't do that. They just won't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he should have beaten Jon Moxley for the AEW Continental Championship. I mean, maybe that's still the plan in the long run, but who knows?
We're gonna get. They're gonna develop enough people, and they're gonna have an entire Death Rider, like 20 people, have a 20-on-20, 23-on-23.
So you mean Death Riders versus
the Death Riders?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
There you go. I look up. They have 23 members. How many people are going to join the Death Riders?
A 2-faction battle royal.
No, I mean, no.
What are we doing?
The Death Riders only have like 5 or 6 members.
For now.
No. You need to talk about the Don Callis family, who has a whole wrestling roster as their whole faction.
Yes, and the Death Riders.
Yeah, that's true.
The same.
Yeah.
That's how bad
you said you were going to mention something.
Yeah, so this just goes back to everything we've been saying, how like when someone gets hot on their own, they cool them down purposely, or they purposely do not use them. Danhausen, Will Hobbs, we can go on and on and on and on. There's literally 10 or 15. there is someone hot right now that I've not been a fan of them in the past because great moves, but no character. I see this character and I just went, ooh, Leo Rush, dude. Leo Rush, dude. I am a fan. I love this character. It's Gollum meets the Fiend. I love it. I absolutely love it. But he's been squashed. He's gotten only wins he's gotten is on ROH.
Yeah, no, it's definitely new. And you know what? I think he's just, again, it's one of those things where you have to bet on yourself to try to make things work. Because yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, here's the difference though. Leo Rush, even with the losses and getting squashed, he is still creating attention. He's got a social media buzz that is impossible to get being squashed like this. It's crazy how good he's doing on social media, and he gets squashed and still gets popularity and is getting over. So like he might be kryptonite. He might be immortal in terms of like the Tony Khan crushing machine. Like his character might be so good they have to push him. I hope so.
Maybe listen, the way that WWE is building Danhausen is probably a way that AEW could build Leo Rush.
If they decide to actually start doing it where they failed with 20 other wrestlers, which I have no faith in. But yeah.
They could, yeah.
Squash jobs are a known commodity because I have my list of those who got squashed by Super Cena. And the list will become even greater once Super Cody becomes.
I bring my list of the people AEW squashed, but yeah, go ahead.
That could be crazy. So he squashed the Nexus, specifically Wade Barrett.
Oh shit, that's his face. That's the sort of I'm thinking about it.
He did it. I mean, what else? Wade Barrett had Nexus won. Wade Barrett as a heel would have been at such a high point. The only way he would have failed is if he did it himself. But he never got to do that. You want to know why? Because Super Cena took him out.
No. I'm just trying to think if he was really like buried. I mean, I think Wade Barrett had a great career.
I don't remember shit about Wade Barrett. He was champ. I think he was the YC champ. He had one belt that was relevant. So that to me, that's one. Well, Nexus, yeah, but Wade Barrett being one. Dolph Ziggler? No. Okay. No love after the loss to Ziggler. Damian Sandow, that was hands down the worst Money in the Bank cash-in of all.
You didn't like Damian? You didn't like Mizdow? That was comedic gold with Mizdow.
Speaking of Mizdow, the Miz never got his shit after that happened. It took him years to get himself back to what it was, to what he is now. I think he's found a good niche though. I think his chances of being like the guy was squashed by Cena, but he found himself after a while. So I'm gonna give that a question mark. Zack Ryder never got off the ground. Ryback, he did.
Ryback
was terrible though.
Ryback did it to himself, but losing to Cena did not help.
Henry, you didn't like
that's the last bit of gloves we ever got. Mark Henry's fake retirement was so epic, and what they do with that? Got tanked by guess who?
Listen. Mark Henry had a hand as a kid. Okay, let's not get started with that.
No, how long it take?
Remember that?
So wait, are you saying that like? So what is it? What are you really trying to say about John Cena?
Super Cena was a bad thing for WWE. John Cena was great. John Cena was necessary. John Cena is top 5 all time, top 3 depending who you speak to. But the Super Cena, how he must beat everybody, was no. That was not it.
I mean, was that really? I mean, I don't know.
How will it take for Bray Wyatt to get back to normalcy, even regardless of him going against the Undertaker at Mania when he lost?
But he's all right. So he's put over several stars as well, though.
And he's killed twice as many.
Yet he killed Roman Reigns in the promo battle, but yet put him over in the match.
So you call Super Cena the
he did put over CM Punk in the Summer of Punk.
which he had to, and then The Rock killed it. Rock and
see.
Triple H.
He's put over The Miz, especially at WrestleMania, which he didn't have to, but put over Kevin Owens. He's put over AJ Styles. I mean, it's maybe a 50-50 split. Maybe.
Well, this is post. This is post Super Cena. I'm talking about in the run from like 2009 to like 2015. Before his first quote unquote departure, because he was doing the first like 20 minutes of Suicide Squad.
So we're trying to say a bunch of movies. So we're trying to say Super Cena was like Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, Super Cena was up there. Super Cena was up there with Hulk Hogan. I'm just letting it be known.
Okay, so I have a list of the AEW guys, just off the top of my head, who have been squandered. Who I'm very afraid that Leo Rush is gonna have.
There's Tony Khan doing the same thing.
Yeah, right. So you got Ethan Page, Miro, Wardlow, Andrade, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Saints, Danhausen, Brian Cage, Scorpio Sky, Malachi Black, Chris Statlander, Kip Sabian. You could have pushed all of those people.
Who was it? Ethan Page, Miro. Okay. Who else?
So Ethan Page, Miro, Wardlow, Andrade, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Saints.
Andrade, don't forget Andrade twice.
Danhausen, Brian Cage. Brian Cage, that would have been it. That was a big mess, in my opinion. At the time, and then I'm saying like they cooled them down. Scorpio Sky, Malachi Black, Chris Statlander, Kip Sabian. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. So there you go.
I think in this to Malachi to Aleister Black's defense.
You know what? Shut your mouth.
WWE fucked him over because he had a championship. That's right.
I will not take this. I won't take any Malachi Black, Aleister Black slander.
Really? Because the House of Black was.
Mitch, you forgot. You forgot a name on that list, by the way. You forgot a name on that list.
Which list? My list.
Britt Baker. Britt Baker.
Yeah.
Britt Baker. Yeah. Well, no, Britt Baker was pushed to the front. I wouldn't put her on that.
You haven't done anything with her for years.
But they did. They pushed her when she shouldn't have been. Before she should have been, in my opinion.
My last one, who did it to himself 1,000 times over. Alberto Del Rio was another one.
Yikes.
I mean, he's squashed a lot of people.
He did to himself.
We could go on and on.
Cena did not help either. I think he's like a four-time DV. He's a four-time DV felon.
Anyways, let's get to the last. Let's get to the last.
The ball is packed for a reason. You can't sell it out. People avoid the ring because Alberto Del Rio. Oh, let's not shop there today. He's so bad now.
So just real quick, I know we usually end the episode with good news or whatever. This one's a little different. So if you haven't heard of Tanea Brooks, aka Rebel, so who has been dealing with several medical conditions, she came out and revealed that she has been diagnosed with ALS, which it's truly unfortunate. The fact that she's gone, I think ever since 2024. In 2024, she revealed that she was diagnosed with a pulmonary lymphoma, which is a rare form of
last November. And that's how she found out that she had ALS throughout the prognosis and the treatment.
Yeah, so
she was also having surgery for her.
I'm sorry. So she was hospitalized in 2024. 2025, she revealed that she had pulmonary lymphoma, rare form of cancer, and then obviously she's been documenting her medical journey, right? And then May 1st, 2 days ago, she posted several videos saying that she was diagnosed with ALS, and it's truly heartbreaking. Because no one, not just her, but nobody should have to go through that. And it sucks that it's incurable, right? The only thing we can do is just pray for her well-being and obviously share our thoughts and prayers with her during this difficult time.
Absolutely. And I think one thing that made it even more heartbreaking because you could see the visual of it was I think she had a live stream where she broke down explaining it.
Yeah. It was all a live stream. Yeah.
Oh, that was horrible. That was hard to watch, but I pray for her. I wish her the best, and hopefully she can become this man.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And yeah, that's all we got on today's show. That's
I don't know how to respond to that. It's tough.
It is a hard issue. Like there's a lot of things you feel and want to say, but like it doesn't help in the moment. You know.
No, not at all.
You should start off the podcast with this. I don't know how to really respond.
Yeah, it is kind of
I know. It's just and I love what the wrestlers and especially AEW, sending love, to her. It's just one of those things where you can't like prevent,
It's hard to put it quantify into words.
The quality of life is better. I know within I think it's like 5 and 10 years, there's a big drastic change as the progression goes. So hopefully the quality of life.
I think it's less now. It's 2 to 4 now. It's gotten worse.
Did you say it's terminal? So like,
it's terminal.
Yeah, I just hope.
So she has about 2 to 4. She has about
and
2 to 4.
the fact that she's so brave to just like spread this awareness and just document her journey, like not daily, but from time to time, posting videos of what she's going through.
Right. Yeah. And let me say this. Doctors are doctors, and they're not always right. And it's just because something's terminal doesn't mean it's going to kill you. You just fight and do what you can, man. And we're praying for you.
Yeah, all things progress for the better.
Yeah. Sometimes doctors are wrong, so I'll say.
Hopefully, I hope the doctor's wrong in this case, and then
I do too, man.
She can get over something like this, as we all pray for the best. Prepare for the worst and pray for the best, and hope out for the best outcome. So that'll do it for us in today's episode of the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast. We appreciate you guys tuning in and week out. If you see the Linktree line link right there going from right, why is it going right to left? I can't go left to right.
I don't.
Very good. Can't go left to right. It's got to go right to left. Like what's up with this? Yeah, we got to fix it. StreamYard. You're seeing this. We got some questions, complaints.
Yeah, StreamYard is going to be like, haha. Sucks for you, bozo.
Give us your money, big.
So click the link tree below as it's going floating from right to left. You can check out on social media platforms. If you can't get the visuals, you see it live. You'll see the playback on YouTube. You'll see the playback on Twitter as well. If you can't get the visual and see it live, we get the audios on all streaming platforms. That includes Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. So you name it, we're on it. Henry's got a fire parlay cooking up. About to make $10, make $185,000. We'll be on Westwood One Radio by tomorrow if it hits. So Henry, let them know. Right. We're gonna make this money. So that'll be it for us. Catch y'all next week.
Thanks for tuning in.
Later, Ron.